Hello and welcome to Internship Week. My name is Jan Potsman and I'm an assistant director at the CSUN Career Center and I oversee internships. So today we're launching a poll for you. So if you could all fill it out, click on the box that you know most, which one fits best for you as we launch the poll. Okay, we have a lot of students coming in. We had quite a few students register for this event today. LA County Academic Internship Program, they're most excited about hearing about. So if you will continue to complete the poll there. As you continue completing the poll, I'm going to talk about our guests. I'm going to introduce them. So I'm going to start with Christian, and Christian Lovell is a human resources analyst with the Department of Human Resources at the County of Los Angeles. Mrs. Lovell was an educator at both the high school and elementary school level. And okay, there we go. And levels prior to her career with the county, she has a passion for public service and assisting the residents of Los Angeles County. Hello, Christian. And then I would like to introduce Antonio. So Antonio Martos is a Human Resources Analyst 3 for the Talent Solutions Division of the Human Resources County of Los Angeles. He has been working for the county in various roles since 1996 and has joined the Department of Human Resources in the year 2000. Currently, he works with the Academic Internship Program and the Career Development Internship Program. He holds his BS in accounting from the University of Southern California. Welcome, Antonio.
Thank you.
Very nice to see you both today. I'm turning the floor over to you.
Right. Good afternoon, everybody. My colleague Chris and I were happy to be here. We're doing just a little presentation about our programs. We are with the Department of Human Resources, with the Talent Solutions Division, and we have several programs there for targeted audiences. One of them is the Academic Internship Program. That's the one that I'm currently work, and my colleague Chris used to manage recently. So, whoop. Guess it went too far. Okay, let me just do it again. Okay, it's a little temperamental. So let's go this way. So Los Angeles County is a large organization. We are the largest employer in Southern California. We have about over 111,000 positions, budgeted positions. We serve the million of residents in the county. The county, it has a lot of departments. It serves not only the cities like Los Angeles City, but also all the unincorporated areas. Our budget is currently over $30 billion with a B. So it's a really large organization. We have all kind of jobs, all the jobs that you can think of. There's probably a job in the county. So our focus is also in investing of the workforce of not only today and tomorrow. Here you can see our vision and our mission, which is attract and develop, retain a talented, engaged, and diverse workforce, and that they are we are passionate about public service. These are some of the departments. Like we said, we have over 33 departments. Our fiscal year starts usually, it starts July 1st to June 30th. So from fiscal year to fiscal year, sometimes There are changes in the number of departments, like from the last fiscal year, one department is split in two, workforce development is split in two. So right now we have over 33 departments. So we're going to talk about the different programs that our division promotes, and this is probably very relevant to you as a students. And the program is academic internship program, which started back in 1996. It was called another name, but now it goes by the AIP, Academic Internship Program. And this is a program for students, so they can do an internship. It goes from junior college all the way to graduate school. We even have some internships that are even for doctoral students. All right, so it's very popular. One of the benefits with this program is that you get academic credit. So for your internship. One of the things with this internship is that it's not paid. So you won't be paid for this, but you are getting the academic internship, the experience, and also the networking opportunities for doing these internships. Internships that are usually about a semester, usually 3 months. It can be longer. It depends, and there's a large variety of different internships. We call it projects with different departments. Definitely, the department where more opportunities are is with the Department of Public Health. That's currently the department where we have more different internships. This internship, they prepare you to enter the workforce and give you an experience that's very unique. So the way it works is like you go to our website, and then you can apply. You can look at and actually let me share. I have this is our website with. Okay, let me see if I can get it. Whoop. It's not this one, it's this one. I'm not sure what's happening with my computer, but anyway, if you go to our website, the hrlacounty.gov, which is the main website to look for permanent jobs, if you go hr.lacounty.gov/internships -overview, that's where we have all of our programs, and you can look at you apply online. One of the requirements is that we have to have an agreement with your university. Like, for example, you are students at Cal State Northridge. We have an agreement. The agreements are usually 5 years, and in fact, with Cal State, we have an agreement with the whole Cal State system. So you are able to apply. You look at all the different projects, and then you apply online. There's a series of documents that we require, like your resume, proof of enrollment, and then you are able to choose up to 3. Once we apply, once we review your application and approve it, then we contact the different project managers in the different departments that you chose, and then they review it, and if they are interested, they will contact you for an interview and go from there. And if you get into the internship, you get approved, there's a process for onboarding, and eventually you will start your internship. All right, let me go to the next program. We have another program that our department promotes, and is called the Career Development Internship Program. This is a program that is targeted for at-risk youth or foster kids, individuals with disabilities, or individuals that experience hopelessness. It's a 1 to 2 year program, and you also apply online, and then it has different areas where you can work. This is a full-time you are working full time with the county. You have some of the benefits. You're working in different departments. You can apply to work maybe as a craft support interns, or maybe with heavy maintenance and operational support. You can also work as a CDI, we call it, as in IT technical support. So it gives you experience, but this is programs that you are working full time, with our program. And also we have also that is in the office support, clerical intern. All right, so let me go to the next one. Chris, would you like to talk about the CYABP?
Absolutely. Again, my name is Christian Lavelle. I'm a program manager or human resources analyst here at the County of Los Angeles. I previously managed the academic internship program as well as the career development internship program, but now I am tasked with managing our temporary services registry. And I'm here to share additional information about programs that may not be immediately relevant, but you might want to keep in mind for your future career trajectory, and or if you know anyone who is eligible for any of these programs, please do share that information. Before I go into the programs, I dropped some links in the chat. The hr.lacounty.gov/internships-overview gives you an overview of our internships, our fellowships, all of our pipeline programs. You can also send questions to interns@hr.lacounty.gov. And then I also dropped the direct link to the academic internship program webpage, which is probably the most relevant and of interest to you. So moving right along, we also have our countywide Youth Bridges program. And I'll be honest, it's one of the programs I'm least familiar with, but it is a two-step program. And it's for at-risk youth and disconnected youth to provide them with career exposure opportunities within the county. So we're trying to give youth in Los Angeles opportunities within the County of Los Angeles to learn about careers in local government. And it introduces youth to different career pathways in the public sector. Like Antonio said, if you can imagine a job, there's likely a position aligned with that, or that exact position here at the county with our numerous departments and 111,000 budgeted positions. So we're really trying to expose the youth to those careers in the public sector. Step one is internship of 100 hours. And there's step two. I'm not sure if this is the updated slide, but it's a multi-step program, and the requirements to qualify are 120 hours of career exposure with the County of Los Angeles Department of Human Resources Countywide Youth Bridges program, and individuals have to be 24 or younger at the time of appointment. If you can go to the next slide. We do have the student worker program, which actually may be of interest to you at this time as well. And this is our paid opportunities for students. And it's also designed to provide participants with on-the-job training and experience in the County of Los Angeles, while encouraging participants to obtain their educational degree or professional certification. And the great thing about this program is, we understand that you are a student first. So there's some flexibility there in your schedule. The student worker program is not age specific. I just saw that question pop up in the chat. And the purpose of this program is, again, to provide that meaningful work experience, to help students develop a strong work ethic and understanding of business practices, to help them prepare for full-time professional work, and to assist you in obtaining your degree or certification. It is expected that students develop and maintain a deliberate plan to achieve measurable academic process in the pursuit of your degree or declared field. And at the completion of your education, you are always encouraged to apply for positions in the county to become a permanent county employee if that is what you choose. But this is a paid program, and you can find out more information about the student worker program on our website as well. The next program that we have to share with you is our Temp LA program, which is the program that I now manage. And it's officially our temporary services registry program. It was created in April 2017 to help low-income local residents overcome workforce barriers, and provide on-the-job training and work experience and soft skills training to temporary employees. So upon acceptance into the Temp LA program, individuals are placed on a temporary services registry as office support assistants, and they are able to gain valuable work experience in the county. Yes, I will share the websites in the chat again momentarily. And like the purpose and the desire with all of our programs, the desire here is really to provide that on-the-job training, provide that soft skills training, and to prepare individuals for permanent employment within the county. We're hoping that at the end of your participation in any one of these programs, we would continue to be your employer of choice, and you would be well prepared to select and take an examination and potentially become a permanent county employee. We can go on to the next program. I apologize if you hear the gardener in the back. So we have our Veterans Internship Program. And this program is similar to our Career Development Internship Program, which Antonio spoke about earlier, but this program is specific to veterans. So it is a paid internship, and this is a 2-year full-time internship. So let me take a step back. The academic internship program is for credit and is not full-time, is not paid, it's for academic credit. The Career Development Internship Program is 2 years. It is full-time and it is paid. So, it might not be a great fit if you're currently in school because, again, it is full-time, 40 hours per week, but it is paid and comes with benefits. Our Veterans Internship Program is also a full-time paid program with benefits, and it's also a county-wide program. So you could potentially be in any of our wonderful 30+ departments. And again, it is for qualified veterans of the United States, and it is 12 to 24 months, and it provides that on-the-job training in the same specialties. So you've got administrative support, craft support, heavy maintenance, operational support, heavy maintenance and operational support, and you have IT and tech support, office and clerical support as the jobs that you can apply to. So you can apply to one of those, or you can apply to all of them, whatever you desire. And again, the hope is at the end of this program, individuals will be interested in and well qualified for permanent employment with the County of Los Angeles. And so that's a brief overview of the programs that are within our unit, which is a Talent Solutions division. There are other programs that may be of future interest to you, and I do encourage you to look through all of the programs on the Internships Overview website. We also have our admin intern program, which is another full-time 2-year paid program. If you are completing your bachelor's, that's something that you might want to look into because the requirement for that program is a bachelor's degree. And then we have the Management Fellows program, which is a similar program, but for those with a master's degree. There is not currently a direct link to the Temp LA program. It is a project that I am working on to get us up and running on HR's website. What is the requirement to get in the program for the graduate students? I'm not exactly sure what program that is. So the requirements for the academic internship program, Antonio, that's your program. If you want to go ahead and let them know the requirements for AIP.
Yeah, for AIP, you have to be undergrad. You can be even in junior college. There are particular projects or internships that they are specific for graduate students. So when you are looking at our website and you are looking to different graduate students, it will tell you if it's required that you are doing like a master's, you are in the middle of a master's degree. It will be one of the requirements. So it varies for internship because some internships will admit not only undergrad, but also graduates. Maybe they're doing a master's. But there are some internships that they are specific, that they are requiring that you are doing already grad school. You are doing a master's. So it really depends on the type of internship. You just have to go through our list. Depending on the field that you're looking, like I said, there's a lot for public health, but there's also in other We get students for, that they're studying criminal justice or social work or, political science. There's different students, and there is a broad variety. It's not like there are internships that is not that they are requiring only in a specific field of studies. So you just have to go to the different internships.
Yeah, so I see a very specific question in the chat. There's a senior in computer science. So if you're interested in specific internships to see what we have available that is aligned with your degree or your track or your specialty, go ahead and click the link, go to the academic internships website, and there you'll find a list of, last time I checked, there was at least 100 opportunities, but I'm not 100% sure now. It's been a while since I've managed that program. And it'll tell you exactly what they require, what the internship entails, what department it's with, because remember, this is a county-wide program. You can be with any number of a wide variety of departments. So all of that information can be found on a link on the website for the project listing. So whether or not it's late or if you can be accepted, the requirements again are that you are a student in good academic standing and receiving academic credit. So as long as you meet those requirements, you can be placed in an internship. You may be placed. I cannot say you will because you have to go through an interview process. The county does not run on an academic calendar, so there's no real time frame that we accept interns on a rolling basis. So if you need academic credit or if you can negotiate academic credit and are interested in an internship with the county, we do encourage you to apply. As Antonio stated, we do have an agreement with CSUN, or we have an agreement with the CSU system. So if you're currently enrolled, you are eligible to apply.
Yeah.
We do have a question that's asking, does LA County require citizenship for employment?
For employment or for the internships?
The question says employment. They might have meant internships.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you that for working on in the county full time, you have to be one or a U.S. citizen, or two, you have to have residence, have a U.S. green card, what we call a residency. And I can tell you that was my case until recently when I became a U.S. citizen. But yes, you can work. Having a green card allows you to work legally, and you can work at the state and the county and the local level, like the city. When you are not a U.S. citizen, you cannot work for the federal government. That's I can tell you that for experience. All right, you have for the federal government, that's the one that requires that you have to be a U.S. citizen. In terms of our internships, you don't have to be a U.S. citizen in order to apply for to get into our internships. You just have to be enrolled, because these internships, they are not paid. Like Chris said, you're just getting academic credit. So you are a student at Northridge. We already have an agreement, so you just have to apply, and as long as you are in academic credit and you are enrolled, you have to be enrolled in and get academic credit from one of your classes. Those are the requirements.
So I see a few questions popping up in the chat. I'm just going to go to the most recent and go back. Can you clarify which internships are not age specific? So the only age specific program that we covered was the Countywide Youth Bridges program, and that's the program for 25 and below. The only program that we covered for academic internships is the academic internship program. The career development internship and veteran internship program, again, are full-time paid opportunities, 40 hours per week. We have, does LA County require the vaccine? Yes, we do have a vaccination mandate for our employees as well as our interns. If you have any additional questions regarding vaccinations, you can email the interns at hr.lacounty.gov. How long does it take to hear back after applying? The time frame is going to vary. One, it varies on what you are referring to, applying to an internship or applying to a county position, like a permanent job. But it really varies. As far as the internships, it's going to vary based on the needs of the department. Processing time. Do we have an agreement with your institution? So it can take a wide variety of time. We can't really put a number to that. Antonio, do you want to expand on that at all?
If like in your case that you are Cal State Northridge students, once we receive your applications, we usually we revise the documents and your, and the application, and it can be approved in the same day. And probably if they're not the same day, the next day, we'll send emails to the project managers. After that, it can take also usually like 5 to 10 business days for the project managers to review your resume and everything, and they're interested. But like Chris was saying, a lot of these internships, the timing is a little, sometimes they are ongoing, like they are all going all year. Others are just for a specific time. And sometimes it depends on the number of positions that they have. Those we don't know for sure. They can have maybe 1 or 3 or 5 for that particular internship that they take. So usually when you apply, we say, wait 1-2 weeks to hear from the department. And if you don't hear from the department, then you can always apply to other internships. And we can even sometimes, check with the manager and see if maybe, it's like they chose you or not. If we are aware that maybe an internship has been already covered for example, for the fall or for the spring, and they're not taking until maybe next year, then we'll let you know that as long as we are aware of that. All right. If we don't have the, well, for you, there's not a problem because we have an agreement with the university. But if we don't have an agreement with the university, sometimes it can take months. Because the university and the county, they have to agree on the final agreement, and you won't be able to apply until the agreement is final.
Okay, before we take the next question in the chat, if we could please launch the poll, the second poll. And if you could all make your selection. Just a few more folks, if you could answer the questions. We're almost there. All right, thank you so much. We can see that people have learned through this process. So shall we go back to the poll? Go back to the chat. Victoria, is there anything else in the chat that we haven't answered?
Yes, there is a question that is, what experiences help people stand out for internships within the county? Additionally, are there ways to get experience within the government sector without an internship or employment?
Antonio, do you want to take that? I'm putting some information in the chat.
The kind of internships that we have, it depends on the type of internship. Sometimes they are looking for a specific, for example, if you are studying public health, and they are looking for a specific, so they go through your resumes and they'll do an interview for you if they are interested. They're looking maybe for certain classes that you have taken, so it really varies from internship. And also they are looking for your experience, but it's mainly the studies that you're looking for, because these internships that really the county implemented, the board implemented this program just to help students, getting experience working in a particular field. So it's mainly to help you as a students and gaining experience, because we realize that sometimes it's hard even to get experience, when you are a student. So in terms of when you're looking for a permanent job, then it's different, because at that point, of course, they are looking maybe the position that you are applying, it requires that you have already a bachelor's in a particular area. I can tell you from my own experience, my background is in accounting. So the position when I entered the county back in '96, it was an accountant, and that's what I did most of my careers. So they were very specific already on, and you have to have a degree already, you have to already have a bachelor's, or maybe sometimes they ask for a master's degree. And then they are looking also about your experience, and then, so it really varies from field to field. What I can tell you is that the county has a vast majority of different jobs. You can imagine there's over 100,000 positions in the county, and then you can be from graphic designers in the health industries or in IT. There's almost any kind of job imaginable for in the county that you can apply. And I can tell you that working in public service is rewarding, and the county has very good benefits and a competitive pay scale. So I really encourage you to look into, if you like public service, there's definitely there is a career, and then you can move from different departments, from time to time. So I think it's a very good experience.
Thank you, Antonio. The next question is from a senior student asking, do you think I can be accepted for internship, or is it too late for senior students?
Yeah, I think we touched on that previously, and I've received a few direct messages regarding qualifications. So for AIP, specifically for the academic internship program, because we talked about a number of paid and unpaid programs, but for the academic internship program, the requirements are simply students who are currently enrolled in good academic standing and will be completing their internships for academic credit at a partnering university. So if you're enrolled in CSUN, you've already got that part down. You are at a partnered university. You just need to be currently enrolled in good academic standing and completing it for academic credit. Those are the requirements. So if you meet that requirement, whether you're graduate, undergraduate, semester 1, 2, 3, 4, what have you, you will qualify for the program.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
And what is considered good academic standing? GPA?
That's not a standard that we set. That is a standard that is set by each individual university.
And can international graduate students apply?
Antonio, do you want to take that question?
Yes, they can apply as long as they're enrolled in a partner university, and like Chris saying, good academic standing. Yes, they can apply, because this is like we said, this is an unpaid internship. You are gaining academic credit. That's why you can participate in this program.
Thank you. And now we have some questions for the presenters, which are, why did all of you decide to start working in the government sector? What has been the most fulfilling and challenging parts of your experience thus far?
I can take that first. Yeah, sure. So I have a long career in the public sector. So as Jan stated, I was previously a teacher. I taught at the high school level, the elementary level. Prior to that, I worked for our metro system as an auditor. And I come from a family that is, we have a long history in working in the public sector, and I have a heart for public service, for helping and having a direct impact on those in my community. I'm from Los Angeles, so it just feels really good to know that the work that I do has an impact. And it makes it easy to get up and go to work every day, especially with the programs in our division in Talent Solutions, helping students learn about careers in the public sector and further their career, or helping those who have faced barriers to employment, because a lot of our programs are aligned to that. helping them get gainful employment and further their careers as well is a very good and fulfilling feeling. And also, just on a personal note, contrary to popular belief, the public sector pays very well. The benefits are great, and there's stability in the public sector as well. So as a mother, as a parent, it feels good to know that regardless of the ups and downs of whatever is going on economically, we have some stability here, and it's a great place to be if you it's very family oriented, and they are very flexible, and everyone I've met here just is incredible, and they really invest in you and your career goals. So it's a really great place to work, and I'm not just biased because I work for the county, but it's good because you can give back, and the county really gives back to its employees as well.
Yeah, and I can say, I mean, I've been with the county now for 26 years. I have previous public experience and private. I'm from Spain, so I have some private and public experience there. And when I moved here, one of when I got into the county, I thought that it was a very rewarding and very, like Chris said, this is a very stable organization. Over the years, sometimes we go through some crisis up and down. That's normal. That's the normal cycle. But the county is very stable. We never. Since I've been here, I've never seen really layoffs. People retire, and sometimes there are hiring freezes. That's normal. Like we went through the pandemic, we have a hiring freeze other than specific sections, and maybe for health workers. But it is very stable. We have the county has we have our own pension plan, and it's pretty good. And the salaries are very competitive. So compared to other public organizations, it's great. Like I said, most of my career, other than the last 3 years, has been in doing budget and fiscal, and I even thought that it was really a very rewarding experience serving my department and other departments. It gives you a good idea. And I had to say, when we started with the pandemic, I helped the public health department, and I worked as a contact tracer for 17 months, and it was stressful at times, but very, very rewarding. So, so far, I had to say it's been a very good experience, and like Chris said, it definitely gives you an stability for your life that is a very good, really good balance between work experience and your life. Is definitely great.
Thank you both for sharing. And a question on the application. The application asks about project number. What is it?
Sure. There's a list of current projects on the academic internship website. So if you utilize the link that's in the chat, hr.lacounty.gov/academic-internships, scroll down a little bit right next to how to apply, where you'll find the link to the application. Right to the left-hand side, there is a link that says current projects. Go ahead and click that link and browse through those projects and choose your top 3, and you can place those on your application.
The project numbers, we call it project, but it's the internship, the different kinds of internship. We just call it projects, and we assign a number because they change, on a regular basis. Sometimes some projects, they become inactive. They don't offer those internships anymore. Sometimes we keep receiving maybe new internships opportunities. So we are always updating that list almost on a monthly basis. So you can apply to up to 3, but it doesn't mean that those are the only ones. You don't hear for those 3 for some reason. You see that you don't get calls or anything. You can always reapply. And like Chris said, that email interns@hr.lacounty.gov. That's the email that we monitor on a daily basis. That's the email specifically for this program, for the academic program, and we are here to help you.
Thank you for clarifying. And we have a question. What if someone is accommodating enrollment? I am enrolled at CSUN as a graduate student. I am done with my coursework. I am finishing up my thesis. Can I apply for internships?
If you are in good academic standing, currently enrolled in a partner university and receiving academic credit, then yes, you can apply to the internships.
Thank you. Someone is asking, can you describe some of day-to-day tasks of HR?
Yeah, it definitely depends on where you're at in HR. We work on our pipeline programs, but there are many, many different things you could be doing in HR. You could be in examinations, you could be in recruitment, you could be in operations. So what it's going to look like looks different. I can just explain to you what it looks like for me. So for me as a program manager, my day-to-day looks like connecting with departments, connecting with my program participants, facilitating any trainings they may need. The role that I recently assumed does some operational types of things like payroll, approving time cards, et cetera. But program management is very different than some of the other roles in human resources. So a lot of what I do is via email, via telephone, and kind of being a liaison for the program participants as well as our county departments, making sure we're meeting the needs of, both of the individuals we're serving. So we're serving the department, helping them fill roles, helping them with their clerical needs, and then we're assisting our program participants in furthering their career goals, making sure that we're providing them with meaningful experiences and meaningful work, and meaningful trainings to help them reach their career goals, because the Temp LA program that I manage is 2 years, and that's definitely not the end of their career. So we want to make sure that they are furthering that. So a lot of email, a lot of, stuff on the computer online, but it's very interesting and it's different every single day.
And yes, I would just like to add that even though we are the Department of Human Resources and I believe we are close to 600 employees, we are the central department of human resources for the whole county. But each county department has its own HR unit.
Oh,
Some departments, like for example, health services, we have over 14,000 employees. They are very large. So a lot of the HR functions are here. So one of the functions for our department, being a central unit, is also create policy. So a lot of the HR policies, we issue that, and we work with the different departments. For example, we have a large unit for employee benefits that handle employee benefits for kind of a central the whole county. But the reality is that each department has its own admin services, its own budget, fiscal and budget, and its own HR. And we are also here to help them. And sometimes we run exams that are on a countywide basis. Sometimes the department hire us to run an exams for them. But some departments, they choose to run their own exams, with our sometimes with our assistants. But there's definitely very different roles in HR, and some of the HR units in some of the big departments, like the sheriff, the public health services, they are very large.
hey, I have a couple of questions. Is there part-time employment? And what about, the other thing is, our world has changed so much since the pandemic started. Is there flexibility in your schedule? Meaning, do you have the ability to telecommute?
When I can answer that, I'm actually working from my home right now. Right now with the pandemic, when I started, we were all sent home to work from home. And even when I was doing contract tracing, I was working full-time from home. So now I only go 1 day a week to the office. So right now, and it really depends on department by department, but it's still a lot of even though a lot of our buildings are open to the public, but still a lot of the employees are encouraged to telework. Telework it really varies from department to department, but telework, for example, is 60 before the pandemic in our department, and there were employees. We had different schedules. You can work 540, which is 5 days a week. I work a 980, which means that every other Friday I'm off. And there are employees that work for 40, but sometimes those schedules are really depending on the department. And of course, you have specialty departments like health services, fire departments. Those are open 24 hours a week, every day. So it depends. Most of the jobs that when you are applying to work full time, most of the jobs is going to be full time. It's not going to be part time, for example, one of our programs, a student worker, it is a pay when you get experience, but it's up to maximum 30 hours a week. That's the maximum number of hours that you'll be able to work. So it depends, but when you are looking really for permanent jobs, most of the jobs are going to be on a full-time basis. And of course, it really depends on the department where you're working, on the field that you're working.
Thank you. Victoria, do we have any more questions?
One question that just came up is, does the student worker program give internship credits?
The student worker is our paid program. If you are looking for internship credit, that would be the academic internship program. I saw a question that I didn't want to skip over about exams. So the question was, do you have to take any entry exams to gain a position with the county? And I feel like this is something that should definitely be talked about more, because applying for a job in the public sector for local government is definitely different than applying to the private sector. And for the academic internship program, no, you would not have to take an examination. But for our permanent employment, our full-time positions, you do have to take examinations. And it is best that you know that and understand that and prepare for that. So what I did was, in the chat, I dropped a link to our job search toolkit, which includes guides, as well as a lot of our examinations are online now. There is online test prep. So if you look at the bulletin for the position you're interested in, and you see that, you'll be taking an examination that covers whatever subject, reading comprehension, you can go look at the guide on our job search toolkit website. It also includes like resume guidance as well as interview prep, a lot of really good resources there, but examination prep is there. And Department of Human Resources created a very great video that I found sometime in the last year about applying to jobs in the county and kind of how that process works, because it's a little bit different. The timeline is a little bit different than applying to the public sector, and it's kind of very structured. So if you go on our website, that video is available as well, and it'll walk you through what every part of the process looks like for applying to a job in the county.
Thank you. Here's a question. Can we receive credit and get paid for internship?
Antonio, do you want to take that question?
No. For our program, the academic internship program, you cannot, we don't pay, you get academic credit, all right? I know that some universities, they offer a stipend, but that's outside us. The county doesn't pay for your internship. You just receive the academic credit.
Great, thank you. And there's a question asking, if we have a CBEST and CSETs passed, do we still need an exam?
I can handle that question. For the CBEST and the CSET, those are teaching specific, and the examinations that the county requires are specific to each position. So the examination is going to be different for every position that you apply to based on the role that you're applying to and what the qualifications are, what the requirements are. So no, those, the CBEST and the CSET would not suffice for those examinations. You'll find information on the examination that you will need to take on the job bulletin. So you would pull up the bulletin, you would read through it. There's a lot of great information there, background about the position, the minimum requirements, which you should pay close attention to, as well as information on the examination, as well as the information to link you to the exam analyst. There's a lot of good information on there, but the examination and information for each position is listed on the respective job bulletin.
Thank you for clarifying. And someone is asking, how long is the internship program?
Antonio?
Yeah, the internship program usually lasts, it can be a quarter, usually it's from around 3 months or longer. You know, it can be a quarter or a little longer, a semester. You know, there are some internships that can last a year, or even I've seen a few that they're a little bit over a year, but those are maybe for, I've seen, I think, a couple that they were for doctoral students. But usually it's about a semester or so. And just to give you a reference, so you have, because one of my tasks daily is process the applications. So most of the students that they are applying now, we're in October, they're looking for internship opportunities to start in January 2023. So that gives you an idea that if you are interested in one of these, you know, you should be, because it will, the application, one of the questions, it will ask you, when would you like to start the internship? If you say, okay, it's for the fall, well, maybe just it's too late for that, you know. But most of the applications that I see now is that they are asking for January 2023, or, you know, you can even say, oh, okay, I'll be ready to work in next summer, you know, and that's one of the information that we also pass to the project managers, so they are aware of, and they can prepare.
And I would love to share my screen really quickly before we go, if that is fine, because I see some questions that I think maybe several people have. And in regards to the project length as well, I want to make sure that we remember that it is based on your university and your program requirements as well. So if you have an internship requirement of 120 hours, that's going to affect the length of your internship, as well as departmental needs. So do they need someone for 3 months? Do they need someone for, you know, 5 months? So there's many factors that are going to go into that length of time. So let me go ahead and share my screen just really quickly. So you can see, here's our HR website. This is about human resources. So if you want to learn more about how our department you know, works within the county organization, this is where you can find it. Someone had questions on applying. So for the academic internship program, here's the links to all of the programs that we covered, with the exception of Temp LA, because we're working on getting on the website. If you want to apply to the academic internship program, you cannot apply through our regular job postings or regular job link through government jobs. You have to go through the AIP webpage. So you have to go this way, go to the academic internship webpage, scroll down. Here's where you apply, on the apply link. You cannot go any other way. There's only one way to this application. Here's where you would find the project numbers. I've seen a few questions about the projects. So if you're looking for a project, say you're an architecture student and you're interested in this project, here's your project number. You would put this on your application, 892. And lastly, if you're interested in employment with the county, in permanent employment, go back up to the top, click find a job. Here's that job search toolkit. There's also a career pathfinder if you're looking to see what your long-term trajectory in the county might look like. But for jobs that you can apply to, go to jobs open to the public. Jobs for LA County employees, unless you're a county employee, obviously wouldn't be relevant. And then it will pull up all the jobs that are currently available. There's 410 jobs that you could potentially currently apply to if you meet those minimum requirements. So I hope that answered several questions in that quick overview.
Thank you, Chris. That was really helpful. I know whenever you work for a government entity, there are probably more steps that you will take rather than working for a corporate entity. So I work for the state of California. And so when Antonio was talking about the different types of schedules you can have, the 980 and the 540 and the 440. I actually am on a 440 program. So I work 10-hour days. So that's one of the nice things about working for the government is that sometimes there can be some flexibility, and it sounds like LA County has embraced the telework. So that's really nice to hear. And I would like to wrap it up now and just say thank you so much to Chris and Antonio. I think I appreciate that you shared all these different programs with us today, because each one of our students will make a decision as to which program they'd like to apply. And I was excited to hear about the program, the new program, Chris, that you're heading up, the TEMP program, TEMP LA. I just think it's a great idea. I don't know who came up with the idea, but I think it's a great idea. And the opportunities that you get in these programs are real. And when I say real, you're not just going to be doing busy work in that academic internship program. You're going to be working on a project. And the people that you work with will be counting on you. So you want to take what you're doing seriously. There is so much opportunity, and the more experience you get, the better off you will be as when you go to apply for full-time employment. So I'd like to let you know we have one more event today, and that is with NASA ARCS program. So that is at 4 p.m. So if you are registered, I look forward to seeing you there. If not, there are still openings to register. And then I'd like to let you know about the rest of the week. Tomorrow we are offering resume makeovers. So for those of you that need to have a resume critiqued, please bring it to Resume Makeover tomorrow. You can register on Handshake. And then next Tuesday, we have our job fair. So it is from 11 to 2 p.m. It's in person. We have 87 companies registered. It's going to be an exciting day. Each one of these live events has been unbelievable, and the employers have been very happy. The students have been walked away very happy. So it's nice to be live again, and so I hope to see you on Tuesday. But if you are going to the job fair on Tuesday, please take advantage of Resume Makeover tomorrow. So again, thank you so much, Chris and Antonio. They've really shared a lot with you today, a great deal about all these programs, and we hope to see you again.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dan. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you,
You're
everybody.
welcome.